Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy, so that he cannot fathom our real intent. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. Rouse him and learn the principle of his activity or inactivity. Force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. The expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Move not unless you see an advantage. Use not your troops unless there is something to be gained. Fight not unless the position is critical. If his forces are united, separate them. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will be weak everywhere. Be where your enemy is not. Disorder came from order. Fear came from courage. Weakness came from strength. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look on them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. The captured soldiers should be kindly treated and kept. One need not destroy one's enemy. One need only destroy his willingness to engage. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. You have to believe in yourself. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Wheels of justice grind slow, but grind fine. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. An enemy is a friend who knows too much about you. If your friend is friends with your enemy, it means that you should not hang out with this friend. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that sat on a dead snake. A leader leads by example, not by force. Never trust a friend who is silent about your flaws. All warfare is based on deception. There is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. The general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. If the enemy is secure at all points, be prepared for him. If he is in superior strength, evade him. If your opponent is temperamental, seek to irritate him. If he is taking his ease, give him no rest. If sovereign and subject are in accord, put division between them. He who exercises no forethought but makes light of his opponents is sure to be captured by them. Rapidity is the essence of war. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. There are roads which must not be followed, armies which must not be attacked, towns which must not be besieged. To secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. The wise general avoids the enemy's strength and strikes his weakness. The skillful leader controls the situation rather than being controlled by it. A general who advances without desire for fame and retreats without fear of disgrace is the jewel of the state. Military tactics are shaped by circumstances, just as water is shaped by the ground it flows over. When the enemy presents an opportunity, do not let it slip. Discipline and organization make a small force effective against a larger one. Control your enemy's mind, and his body will follow. The greatest victory is the one that costs the least. Strength is not only in numbers, but in timing and positioning. A patient commander wins without haste. Victory belongs to those who prepare long before the battle begins. The battlefield rewards awareness more than bravery. Confusion in the enemy's ranks is often more powerful than direct force.